Hello everyone, welcome back. In this episode here, I will be talking about my experience with the Insta360 ONE, two of them, and trying to make 180 3D VR videos. And so if you've seen some of my previous videos, you'll know that I've been riding my bicycle with this kind of rig setup, and it kind of does work and it kind of doesn't work. I am working with two independent cameras. They both have stabilization. They do 360, but because they're independent, they don't always vertically sync up. And so what I'm trying to do now is, what if I didn't use it as an action camera? It's somewhat limited. So what I decided to do was, let's put it on a tripod. Same rig setup with the dual mount and everything. And so what if I use a tripod and use it as a 180? What I like about it is you can adjust the distance between the two lenses from each other. So if you're very close, you want the two Insta360 cameras close together. And if you want a shot that's kind of more far away out in the horizon, you can pull them apart. At least on the rig that I have, it's about 8 inches. If I turn them, if I turn it, or, well, if you've probably seen some of my other videos or my riding video in which I took the Insta360 camera on my rig and I swiveled it to the furthest left and right. So they're about, I would say about 10, maybe 10 inches apart. Theoretically, if I had a level plane, I could be as far apart as I want, but I may do something different on that. That's for a very far away distance. I think the rule of thumb is for every 1 inch apart between the two cameras or the lenses, you have about a 30-foot of, one inch is 1 foot is 30 inches. So one inch apart would give you about 30 inches. That's about the ratio of where the image that you're trying to capture in 3D is actually in 3D instead of being flat, or if you're too close, you're parallax. So that's kind of the rule of thumb that I've been using. Anyways, let's just go over here, and I'll go ahead and we'll start the video. So my experience overall in using the Insta360 cameras is that it is limited, but if you already have Insta360 ones, I have about 6, there's no reason to buy, right now at least, there's no reason to buy a 180 camera. So other than the software features of maybe the manufacturer, there's really no, for me, no reason to purchase a 180 camera. So what I've done here is basically I've taken the two 360 videos, crammed them into one screen, the left side being on the top and the right side being on the bottom. And right now you probably see a little wire. That is the cable that connects the USB to, I got an extender. It's a cable, the micro USB cable that goes to the Insta360 ONE to my iPad Air. I got an iPad Air, but any iPad or even an iPhone would work. And I'm trying to get a view of what I've done is I gotten a view of it. So I plugged it in to get a view on my iPad, so I can kind of gauge the distance. It's kind of hard because you don't really have a viewfinder, so you have to kind of guess. Even when I saw a video, the video is in 360, and so it really distorts what you're going to see eventually if you do see this with your VR headset, or when it converts to the left and the right when you click on that little mask. So now here I'm trying to sync the two cameras. Unfortunately, it didn't work because I can't see the time. And this is another way I sync up the camera, because I had both hands kind of preoccupied. I couldn't clap. Normally I would clap, but if you don't, I just touch my fingers and then I try to sync up the video that way. It's kind of hard because clap, you get an audible sound, so you can see it in the audio. With the video, you have to actually go through each one and then line them up. It's a little time consuming, but if you can't clap for whatever reason, you can use that way. I try to use the time method, but the timing did not work out. So eventually, I just had it on a tripod. I didn't actually have the tripod set up. I had them like just fully extended, but I didn't have the tripod out, so I was just holding it by hand, and now I'm moving it around. So that was a shot with the bike. I need something close to the camera to give some kind of perspective. What I found is if you take a shot at an angle, like at the corner with the horizon, you can see the horizon. So if you have a horizon and you're at a corner, that gives the best 3D because you're getting something in front and then gradually going into the back. Trying to angle it or have a shot at the corner with the horizon helps the Insta360 ONE stabilize or match up horizontally the two cameras, because they are independent, they move on their own. And so I'm moving a little bit closer. It's not quite 3D, but it is. There's some 3D to it. So what I really needed to do on this is have the cameras even further apart because the distance was really far. So anyways, hope you all enjoyed this. Please subscribe, like, share, and until next time, everyone, bye.